Hi guys, welcome back to a brand new video. In this video we are going to learn how we can convert the template we created in the last video to a custom template so that we can use it in Premiere Pro as well. So we'll be learning how we can enable certain properties so that we can customize it in Premiere Pro according to what we needed. So as you can see here, I have the template we created in the last video. First thing we have to do is we have to make sure it's we actually pre-composed it, and which we did in the last video. So we have a separate composition here, and then the next thing is we have to go to window menu and we have to select essential graphics. So we'll be enabling what and all properties we want to edit in Premiere, and we'll be adding in the essential graphics so that we can export that as a template, and we can use it in Premiere Pro and edit our template. So the next thing is we have to name the template. So here we are naming it as symbol title, and after that we have to select the primary composition. Here we have title 1, so we'll be selecting that as our primary composition, and we can actually edit a lot of things in a particular template, and we can add a lot of editing options here also. So what we are going to do is we are going to select specific properties so that we can edit them in Premiere Pro. So in order to do that, first we'll go back into our main composition. The next thing is we have to edit the text itself. So we can actually go back to each of these text layers, and we will expose the source text, and we'll just drag and drop it onto the essential graphics. And once that is done, the next thing is we are going to repeat the same process for the animation title also. So we will expose the text, and we'll just drag and drop it onto that. So now we actually added both the text. The next thing is we have to be able to edit the colors. So we will select each of these colors or color layers, and we will expose the effects for them and go to fill, and we'll just select color and drag and drop it, and we'll repeat the same for the second layer as well. Okay, now we actually added a few of the components. Let's check what and all changes we can make. And before that, we can see the text we added have some options called edit properties. So by editing these properties, we'll be able to customize what and all options we can edit in Premiere Pro. So when you click on that edit properties, you will be given a separate box. Here you have all the properties you can enable so that we can edit them in Premiere. So you can see enable custom font selection, so we want that. And second thing is enable font size adjustment. So if you want a specific size to your particular title, then you can actually enable that as well. Here I am enabling all of these so we can actually see how it's actually affecting our template, and that way you will be able to constrain certain properties so that you won't be facing any issues later on. And after that we can enable folk styles like capital and italics, bold, things like that. So I'm enabling that as well. So once you enable and press OK, you can see all the enabled properties are actually visible now, and we'll repeat the same for the second title as well. We will enable all three properties here also. So now that we have the next thing is we can actually name all of these. So first I'll just name them. This one I'll type it as main title, and the second one I'll type it as subtitle. So we have our main title as well as our subtitle. The second thing is we can select name the colors as well in a similar way. The first one we'll type it as main color, and the second one will type it as shadow color. So now we actually named all of that, and let's see how like if it's working properly or not, and so that we can actually if everything is fine, we can export it as a template and you can start using in Premiere. So the first thing is we have to change the title. So instead of simple title, I'll type it as motion title. Let's see. Okay, motion title, it's actually changed, and animation will type it as simple animation. So you can see it's actually visible, and now we can actually check if the font size, everything is working, and you can see the font, we are able to adjust the font size, and you can see if you are able to change the font to any custom font you want. Okay, you are able to do that as well. And okay, so you are able to make changes, and you can see the animation is actually playing properly as well. So now the one problem is we are not able to align everything properly. You can see, like, when you change certain fonts, you will not be able to align everything properly. So you want to have that control as well. So that means we have to add the position control for both the title as well. So what we can do is we can go to each of these text layers, and we can expose their position value by pressing P on the keyboard, and we'll just drag and drop them onto the Essential Graphics template. So by doing that, you will be able to move around all the text, and you can actually align everything properly according to what you need. So we will name this as well. This one will be main title position, and the second one will be subtitle position. So now that is completed, you can actually check everything is working fine. Now you are able to align everything, but remember one thing, like if you move it too much, you may be exposing things like that here and there. So you have to be aware of it, and that always try to keep them the title in center of this composition itself. So if you move it to an edge, you might be breaking the masking, or you might be exposing too much things here and there, like animations here and there. So you have to be careful about these kind of things in order to make them into a template. Once that is done, once you make sure everything is working, and once you are happy with it, then you can actually simply first you have to make sure you have to save the file. After that, you can see an option in the right corner of that Essential Graphic window called Export Motion Graphics Template. You can just click on this option, and once you click on it, you will get an option for exporting the template. And here you can actually select a specific place you want to save it, and you will have certain options there. You can actually save it in a local template folder, local drive as well. So for now, I'll just select local drive, so I can actually save it in a specific place. And if you selected that, then you can actually browse and select where you are actually going to save things. And here I'll type simple title. So after all of that is completed, you can just press OK, and it will be start creating. And if the font you are using is not actually from Adobe Font Collection, you will get a pop-up window like this. And if you are okay with it, you can just press OK. And if you want to change the fonts available in Adobe, you can do that as well. And once that is completed, the next thing is we'll be going over to Premiere Pro, and let's check out how our template is working or not. Okay, so I'll be seeing you back in Premiere. So I'm in Premiere now. The next thing is you have to do is you have to go to the window menu, and you have to select Essential Graphics. And once that is done, if you actually added it in a local folder, you will be able to find it here among here. And since you are actually saved it in local drive, you can actually go to the Essential Graphics window, and at the corner you can see an option called Install Motion Graphics Template. You can just click on this option, and after that you can just find the saved title, and you can just double click and it will be. After you installed, based on your naming properties, you will be able to find the template. I'll just create a new sequence. And after that you can just drag and drop the title onto the sequence. Okay, once that is done, you can see the template is actually available and it's playing properly. And if you after that you added that template to the sequence, you can just select it, and all the editable properties will be available in Essential Graphics itself. So you can actually start experimenting with it, like simple title, and you can name it as like whatever you want. After that you can just adjust the size, and since we are actually able to adjust the position, you can do that as well. And afterwards you will be able to change the colors, and based on whatever edits you make, it will be available there also. So this is how you actually create a simple template in After Effects, and afterwards you convert that into a template that can be used in Premiere Pro as well. So by doing this, you will be able to make a library of titles, and that way you can actually easily use them in your videos and projects, things like that. So I hope you guys learned something new, and all of you will start practicing this, and you'll be using these kind of templates in your videos. So if you like the video, please share and like and subscribe, and if you don't like the video, you can dislike as well. And if you have any doubts or questions or anything like that, please leave a comment and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you for watching.